Happy morning. Open your notebooks, please. Now just write down 3 areas of life where you are very, very satisfied. 3 areas of any aspect of life where you are very, very satisfied. It can be you are very satisfied with your fitness. In your case, it can certainly be very satisfied with your married life. Very satisfied with the children. Very satisfied with the way your tuition classes are going. Some of you may write you're very satisfied with your hairstyle. Split hair is not there, dandruff is not there. So you can write there, I am very happy with my hair. Any 3 aspects.
How do you know that it is satisfied?
For that I have to take one life lesson. How to know that I am very satisfied over there? Fundamentally, satisfaction is what? When anything you have matches the expectations you had, that is satisfaction. It's a very, very easy way to find out satisfaction. So let's say I want to jog 5 kilometers in 30 minutes. And I'm able to jog 5 kilometers in 30 minutes. Doesn't mean I don't want to make it 28 minutes. But I'm very satisfied. Can I improve? Of course. मजा आएगा improvement में बहुत. But I'm satisfied. नहीं भी improvement हुआ तो कोई गम नहीं. मैं बहुत खुश हूँ उससे. है ना? Okay. Well, let's listen to a few of you. Any area which you would like everybody to know, okay, you're very satisfied here. Sidhu?
Food at home.
Food at home. Excellent. Health. Okay. Family. Okay.
The speed of learning.
Speed of learning. Okay.
The house where I stay in the area.
The area where you stay. Okay. Fair enough.
Children's career.
Children's career. Okay. Seems to be on track. Beautiful.
The new home I purchased.
The new home that you purchased. Okay. You're satisfied with the rate or the home?
The area.
The area and the home. Okay. Others? Oh yeah. Married life. Okay. Blessed with 2 daughters. Okay. So, in your family it is majority of women. Take them, right? What?
Positive attitude.
My own positive attitude. Very satisfied with it. Okay. Go ahead.
The decision making is always with me, so I take decision making.
I am the decision maker of my life. That is why I am very, very satisfied. Okay, that's very interesting. Okay.
Challenging situations at work.
So the way you are able to handle the challenging situations.
The way I am able to take up the challenges and learn.
Okay. Okay. Jada?
With my husband's earning.
Very satisfied with my husband's earnings.
No expectation.
How many wives over here are satisfied with their husband's earnings? Acha, quite a lot of you. Mukul is not satisfied. She is not raising her hand. Okay, interesting.
Friends. I have a lot of good friends.
Lot of good friends, good support, and that is why I am satisfied. Okay. Why do you think we are having this discussion? Prashant is saying, I have already made the next list. What are the areas in life where you are not dissatisfied, not satisfied? The base, the foundation of anything is super crucial. It includes the seed which has to be sown inside the soil. If the seed requires 8 inches depth and if you put it 2 feet down, it's never going to germinate into a tree. And if it requires 8 inches and we put 2 inches down, again it's not going to germinate into a tree. So is the case of a building. The foundation has to be right. So Rajiv says, career of children, which means the foundation that he and Meghna would have given to the children would have been so solid, as a result of which the career of the children seems to be on the right path. The foundation of life is extremely crucial. The foundation of our day-to-day living are the areas where we are satisfied. There will always be a few challenges in life. There will always be some areas where either things are going wrong or we have great ambitions. So things may not be going wrong, things might be good, but you might have great ambitions. So let's say Sidhu has increased his business by 50% in the last 1 year. Let's say, for example. Are things going on great? Things are rocky. Less than 15% people in his profession have increased their business by 50%. But he knows that he has a lot of scope. So there is an ambition. Now the moment there is an ambition, there are some expectations. Ambition always leads to expectations. So we are ambitious about keep moving movement. Therefore, there are expectations from the chief coordinator, from the ACs, from the other core committee members कि ये ऐसा काम करना है ना, तो ये सब अपने को ऐसे ऐसे करना पड़ेगा. The moment there is an ambition, there will be expectations. In some cases, it is not about ambition and expectation, but it is about something is not okay in life. Something seems to be not okay in life. That there is struggle, there is a disaster, there are big conflicts. Now to face anything, whether it is expectations or issues, my base and my foundation are the areas where I am very deeply satisfied. Now ironically, sometimes where I am satisfied, I am not even looking at it. In that scenario, everything in life looks wrong. The fact is, everything in life is not wrong. There are areas where you and me are very satisfied with whatever we are doing. But because I am not cognizant, I am not aware of areas where I am very satisfied, the small molehill also looks like a mountain. वो तिल का दाना भी पहाड़ लगता है. Nothing is right, and I go into depression, I go into struggles. Agreed, there are some aspects of life where we have some challenges. But the moment I look at some aspects of life where things are going great, my strength multiplies accordingly. And I don't keep myself miserable. I don't keep myself sad. I don't slowly snowball it into negative emotions of fear or of anger. Who are those people who get angry like this? Who are those people who get sad like this? Who are those people who get jealous like this? In other words, who are those people and what are the situations where we have negative emotions like this? It is moments when we start believing everything is wrong. It is moments when we believe the future will be equally worse. And to come out of it, all that we need to do, you and me need to do is identify areas where we are very deeply satisfied. So Vijay says that I am very deeply satisfied with my health. God forbid it happens, but let's say something happens to his business. Now at that point of time, the mind will be tempted to think, बाप रे धंधा वहाँ पे ऐसा हो गया, अब मेरा क्या होगा? And in that scenario, if Vijay says, बस अपना health अच्छा है ना, दुनिया में लोगों को सेहत की इतनी तकलीफ होती है, कुछ नहीं कर पाते क्योंकि सेहत तो बेस है. My health is good, which means with this good health, अपना healthy body, healthy mind. अपने को healthy mind है ना, अपन सब चीज को solve कर लेंगे. Now when he remembers the base of good health, so what Mott said, that is when you feel very positive in life. So who are those people who are naturally positive? What is required for somebody to be naturally positive? A naturally positive person always knows areas where he is very satisfied. They can see things are going on around them, but they know there are so many areas where things are very beautiful. And hence the small exercise of can you identify just 3 areas of life where you are satisfied. To complete this discussion, there may be 20 things on which you are dependent on the world. So Badshah said marriage. He is dependent on his wife, Mita, and the 2 lovely daughters for him to have a happy life over there. She said husband's earnings. She is again dependent on someone else. But there would be many areas in life where we are not dependent on anybody. We are completely dependent on ourselves. And there, it is so easy to be satisfied. Like Harshit said, the speed at which I am learning. Like Bharti said, the challenges I am assuming at work and my possibilities of learning which are being grabbed. Now that makes me very satisfied. The faster we can identify 2, 3, 4 areas, 3 is more than enough actually for you to be strongly positive about your own life. So it's a very simple exercise. If you ever come across anybody who is very sad, very depressed, very angry, in completely complain mode, things are not going good in life, nobody likes me, nobody loves me, everything is wrong. All you need to do is, maybe what you're saying is right, but let's do a small exercise and then we will deal with your issues. Now when you don't do this exercise and if you straight away want to deal with the issue, you want to straight away give some solution, what is going to happen is, their mind will continue to defend and think that their issues are very big. So let's say Prashant is saying, कोई ग्राहक पेमेंट टाइम पे नहीं देता, आर्किटेक्ट से सब काम कराते हैं, उसके बाद में पैसा टाइम नहीं देता. प्रशांत, इंजीनियर्स कितने लोग आते हैं, पहले में से ड्राइंग सब कराते हैं, उसके बाद में ना काम हमको नहीं देते, किसी और को देते. Now let's say he's very sad and he goes home and tells his children, तुम लोग कुछ भी करो, आर्किटेक्ट मत बनना. I know people like that. There are enough policemen who tell their children, whatever happens, don't be a policeman. Now in intense sadness, if his family has to take him out, all they have to see is that they tell me, in which aspect of life are you satisfied? There may be 100 things which is not going right, But can there be three things which is right? In the moment you think about those three things which is right and where you are very satisfied, let's not even say right, let's say satisfied. You will smile at your own challenges and your own foolishness of being a little sad. So it's a very small tool, but it's a very, very powerful tool. Think. Chalo, let's move on. So the anticipated second part is not there. And with every story, I'm not going to tell you the end. Remember last session?
Yes.
Crystallized intelligence, fluid intelligence. Fluid intelligence develops when I become a little creative. Creativity is nothing else but I don't know the next step and I want to explore the next step. If you do that, you are a little creative. The more creative I am, the greater is my confidence to handle situations which has never happened in my life before. The world is created by creators. And when I say creator, created, it is nothing but creative. So let's put our creative juices into action and let's explore. Again, there are no right answers, there are no wrong answers, but it just shows us there are innumerable possibilities. So if let's say we have 60 people inside this hall today, there would be probably 30-40 possibilities which might emerge and some will be repetitions. So here is situation number one. What you can do is, you don't have to write the situation, but it will be interesting if you just write the answer. And let no answer be more than 2 or 3 sentences. One sentence is also good. There is a very simple woman whose husband is not satisfied with her. She does a lot of seva to the family without expecting much. One day, her husband leaves her for another woman and goes away. The neighbors and friends go to this lady to console her. But when they reach her home, they find she is sitting there very happily and chirping to glory. Ekdam khush hai wo. So they asked her, has your husband left you? She says, yes. He's left me and he's gone with another woman. Are you still happy? Yeah. How come? And she said,
Good riddance.
good riddance. Okay.
She said she's very satisfied with herself.
She is very satisfied with herself. Okay, तो जल्दी तुम्हें दोनों concept को मिला दिया ना. हाँ जी.
There are enough other things in my life for me to be happy about.
Okay. In
She is happy in his happiness.
she is just happy in her happiness, no?
In his happiness.
In his happiness. Oh, चलो वो खुश है ना तो मैं खुश हूँ. Well, that's true love. है ना? My love is not possessive. So in his happiness lies my happiness. Ultimately. Amal.
He forgotten that all the money and property is in her name.
Possible. I was expecting this from Pandura. Okay. Anji.
That would be mentioning that how much I was doing for him. Let me check.
No. If he comes back, she'll accept it. She's saying उसको मेरा अभी कीमत मालूम पड़ेगा. Okay. Interesting. Would anybody like to say a story without an end? And you can create a story right now as you're sitting. You don't need to know a story. Creative juices. Yes, darling, come on.
So, there's a newly married couple.
Hmm.
They've been dating each other since 6-8 months.
Hmm.
They got married, very much in love with each other.
Hmm.
After some time, after some gap of marriage, they go for honeymoon.
Hmm.
They really have a good time, and after they're back from honeymoon, they separate.
Hmm. Why are all of you so happy on this? कैसी दुनिया हो गई देखो उनका सेपरेशन हो गया तुम लोग सब खुश हो Okay, yes. Anybody? Vijay.
The separate one is working in US, one is working in India. So they separate back to work.
They are staying separately, right? Okay, quite possible. How about this was a movie they're doing together?
Yes,
They were dating together for some time, then they married, went to the honeymoon. Movie got over, they got separated. The hero-heroine of the movie.
Contract marriage.
It was a contract marriage. Might be again some legal thing ke before the age of 25, if you don't get married, तुम्हारी सब संपत्ति will be donated to Life School Foundation. Therefore, contract marriage. Rajiv?
They needed photographs on the Facebook.
They needed enough photographs to update on social media, Facebook. That's why this happened. Okay. Anything else? Let me share with you. I've got a very beautiful book the other day. Now this book is filled with such stories. And out of that, let me see if I can read something to you. One day, Thomas Alva Edison, the great scientist, was invited to a school to speak to young students and to encourage them. Edison enjoyed spending time with them. He spoke to the students about his experience in the scientific field. The students too were very excited to meet such a great personality and asked many questions. He answered each and every question very patiently. One of the students asked him, "How did you acquire so much knowledge?" To this, Edison replied, What did he reply? How did you acquire so much knowledge? To this, Edison replied,
By doing experiments.
By doing experiments. By the way, this is a real life story. So in this book, there are some real life stories and there are some imaginary ones. So by doing a lot of experiments, I learned so much, okay?
Being inquisitive about learning.
Being inquisitive, therefore I learned so much, okay? Anybody else? What do you think would be the best? So now give it a shot. I mean, all of us should say something.
Always passionate about learning.
Was always passionate about learning, okay?
The experience that I gained out of my failures.
Experience gained out of my failures, experiments. Okay, let's take a pause over here and I'll also give you what is the answer that he gave. Shared by you raising your hands? Oh, okay. Think about anything that you have learned. Forget about your school and college days. So we are removing education per se. And then if there is something that you have learned, how did you learn it?
Practice.
It didn't stop even when there was a failure or even there was success. So constant learning.
So which means what she's saying is, I was a permanent student. Whether it was success or it was failure, I just kept learning. Beautiful. I heard another word. Was it your song? Yeah.
I
Was it?
because of practice.
Because of practice. Absolutely.
Because of ability to analyze.
Ability to analyze. Fair enough. Mukul?
Experiences,
My experiences. Okay.
observations.
My observations. Okay.
Finding solutions.
Finding solutions, thinking, analyzing. Okay.
Many a times being curious and finding out from people if they have any skills or they're doing something, how they're doing it, why they're doing it.
So going to successful people and probably picking into their brains to understand. Okay.
Yeah, something works and something doesn't work. So why it works and why it doesn't work.
Again, analyzing. Okay. So let me tell you what Edison's answer was. Edison said, every time I meet a person, I believe I don't know anything. And therefore I can learn a lot. Every time I meet any person, I believe I don't know it. And hence I learn a lot. Now me and Paresh have this discussion often. Whenever we're meeting people, let's sit in the meeting thinking, मेरे को नहीं मालूम है, मेरे को उनसे सीखने का है. The moment I sit in a meeting thinking, I know enough, let me see how much he knows. And then when he gives two ideas, I say, ये तो मैं कर रहा हूँ, ये तो मेरे को मालूम है. Then the flow of information from the other side completely stops. And if I have this need to prove that I know it, the student in me is not alive in those moments. And you'll come across people all across who have this disease. They have a need to prove, ये मेरे को मालूम था, अरे मैं यही बोलने वाला था, मेरे दिमाग में भी यही चल रहा था, ये तो मैंने कर लिया है. But you remember the meeting that we had yesterday, where Jasmeet was saying again and again to the gentleman, this we have done, this we have done. Now that just stops the flow of knowledge. Because the other person now thinks, मैंने 3 आइडिया दिए, इसने बोला कि सब किया हुआ है, अभी चौथा क्यों दूं? Now even if I have done that, if I can just say, this is interesting, this is really smart. If this is done again, it will lead to results. There is no need for me to say, ये मेरे को मालूम है. When I say this is a smart idea, even if I knew the idea, if I can say to the other person, this is a smart idea, their idea continues to flow. And that is the base of a student. Imagine a teacher is teaching inside the classroom and the child says, "Ma'am, I already know this." Will she be more enthusiastic in teaching? So he became who he became because of this very simple but an awesome philosophy. Whenever I meet a person, I believe I don't know enough. Therefore, let me learn from it. Humility magnetizes knowledge. But if my self-confidence is shaky and I want to prove I am smart, it will block knowledge. So a fantastic approach to life. The only thing we lose in this approach is ego. Because I I made the other person believe they are smart. They thought it's actually smart. Therefore, I telling them what you're saying is smart. But my ego gets pampered when I say, ये तो मेरे को मालूम है. और ये same idea मेरे पास भी है. So wherever possible, stay away from this trap. And see if you also can be a student like this guy was. Now a little towards spirituality. There was once a very famous monastery on the outskirts of a village. The chief of the monastery was well known for his knowledge and wisdom. Thanks to his popularity, people thronged the monastery to pay respects to the reverend chief. Unfortunately, due to this, the peace and the tranquility of the monastery got disturbed. Earlier it was only the monks. Now the monks have become famous. Because they are famous, number of people who are coming to the monastery has increased, number of tourists has increased. Therefore the peace which used to be there earlier has now got little disturbed. The disciples were troubled because of so much noise and cacophony around. The disciple went to the master and told the master that we are deeply troubled because of so much sound. We are not able to meditate. They told the master, because of this noise, we are not able to experience silence. Then the master replied, what do you think the master replied?
Use noiseless headphones.
You use noiseless headphones. Okay.
Goodness is spreading, so you should be peaceful.
Goodness is spreading so that you should be peaceful. Well,
Watch your inside silence, not the outside.
you should watch the inside silence and not the silence. The master's answer was very, very profound. And the answer touched me very deeply. The master said, silence is not the absence of sound, it is the absence of self. Silence is not the absence of sound, it is the absence of self. In the most peaceful of places, I can still have an agitated mind. And in the most agitated of places, I can still be very, very peaceful. To experience silence, what we need is to conquer our ego. Similarly, to experience peace, what we need to do is conquer our ego. It is ego which creates disturbance. It is not the sound or the noise that is creating disturbance. How beautifully the master replied. Silence is not the absence of sound, but it is the absence of self. Let me take a little pause here, give you 2 minutes. Think about whatever you wish to think. Then we'll take up questions in a question answer session. You have questions about any aspect of life, feel free to ask. If you don't have, then I'll talk about something.
Suppose someone close to me has this attitude, I know it all. मुझे सब बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. How do I get to it? How do I explain? We cannot know it all. We need to learn attitude or people.
So Jessica's question is, there may be somebody close to us who pretends or professes that I know everything and I don't need to learn. But because we love them, we realize that they need to learn a lot, there is a lot of scope. How do I explain or how do I convince? Every human being has certain needs that are unfulfilled. Even a saint may have a need to experience silence and move into moksha. Every human being has some needs that are unfulfilled. Only in those areas they are open to learning, open to support. Areas where they are fulfilled, they will be closed. Now to give you an example, let's say I am earning 10,000 rupees per month. I may have the potential to earn 10 times more. But I don't want to struggle. I'm okay with 10,000. Even if you give me 5 ideas by which 10,000 can become 50,000, I don't have a need. So it will be difficult for you to motivate me. I would love all of us to be very deep meditators. I know what happens through meditation. I would love all of us to experience the same. The kind of confidence you get out of being a meditator is immense. Because in meditation, there are 2 things which happen simultaneously. One, you understand how small you are. And therefore, it kind of deals with your ego. As you sit and as you experience the vastness of everything, you understand how insignificant your existence is. You also understand that it doesn't matter. Some things which are very, very important to you doesn't matter. Let's say I know somebody who is very desperate to buy their own house. She's a teacher. Her husband is not able to earn, forget about enough. But she believes nobody respects them because they don't have their own house. Her salary is 42,000. She has a child who goes to college. So surplus money is very limited. But she has a lot of pain that they don't have a house and she's willing to do anything to buy her own house. When I tell her that it doesn't matter, she's not listening. Her need right now is a house. And only those people who can help her in the house, to her, are good people. Very natural. I want a house, and Ashish comes and says, Naren, zarurat nahi hai. I'll say, what, I am stupid or what? And I'll get ego involved with Ashish. But if Ashish says, Acha, you gather the money, last 50,000 जो gap रहेगा ना उस समय मेरे को phone कर. If you require 10 lakhs down payment, your bank has told okay to your loan, you have 9.5 lakhs, only 50,000 is left. फिर मेरे पास आना. I'll give you the balance 50,000. Then Ashish is a darling. Because he's helping me fulfill my needs. Now she will go paranoid कि मेरे को खुद का घर चाहिए. Right now she's on the verge of paranoia. Every week I get a mail, long mail, 15-20 paragraphs. Why is God like this? I'm such a good person, why can't He give me a house? And I send her a one-line answer. It will happen at the right time. Now when she sits to meditate, in case she goes deep, she'll understand it doesn't matter. Suddenly the whole burden will be lifted off. I was speaking at a program yesterday where they asked a question, what is the greatest wisdom in the world? The person who was asking this question is one Mahapandit, been there, done that kinds. And sometimes it's interesting to go to these programs and get these questions because they want to know how deep your knowledge is. Can you give me an answer which I think is right? Now you have to keep thinking, what answer will he think is right? Now that is how I used to do earlier. Now I understand, it doesn't matter. So what is the answer I gave to him? The biggest wisdom in the world is to understand what is important and what is not. What do you say? Kamal ka answer na? Chalo tali ho sab. That's the biggest thing in the world. What is important and what is not. It is not about this is important for me. What you think is important for you, is it actually important? There is no wisdom bigger than this. So when you sit to meditate, you get these glimpses. क्या जिसके पीछे भाग रहा है, it doesn't deserve even a few steps, and I'm running. It kind of makes you very humble and makes you understand what is important and what is not. And the second beautiful thing which happens when you meditate consistently is you understand the power that has created you. And therefore you understand how much can happen through you. You see yourself as ordinary, capable of doing extraordinary. Now you don't create limits inside your head. इससे ज़्यादा मेरे से नहीं होगा, will never be said. If I am a meditator, I will always continue to believe I am very ordinary, because that is a fact. And I will always continue to believe through me extraordinary things can happen, which is also a fact. One atom and an atom bomb can be created. Imagine how much energy is unleashed in an atom bomb. And we have billions of atoms. Every human being is a billions of atoms. कितना एनर्जी है, कितना कुछ कर सकता है. I experience this when I sit in the seat of silence. I wish all of us meditate. Not only will our personal struggles end, but we will become solution to many struggles which are existing in the world outside. That's what I believe. But if your need is not these things and you are paranoid like my friend who wants a house, your paranoia is something else. This is not the right time for me to motivate you. I can only talk to you and enter into you through your needs. So some might need knowledge. Some might need to belong to a beautiful group of people. Some might need solutions to issues. Some might just need a little more laughter. Depending on what you need, you will be open. Then I will wait. Today you have a block to meditation. Tomorrow, day after 3 days, after 5 days. One of those days, you might show a glimpse. Yeah, meditation mein ko deep jalega. And that is the time when I speak to you. When we love someone, we are patient. We don't give up on them. When we are smart, we also understand I need to get the timing right. Otherwise, it's not good. Every now and then, keep on testing whether the timing is right or not. Test it. But one day the timing will be right. And you will make things happen. So when you love someone, that love by itself is not enough. Their needs, their readiness, the timing, all those things have to come together. Our love ensures that we are persistent and patient. That's what we can do. So there are no easy solutions to this. Just keep the conversation alive. Keep talking. Keep the conversation alive. Because only when there is a conversation, you see needs and does. No conversation, मालूम भी नहीं पड़ेगा. जैसे कि the floor is open. We can have a couple of more questions in case you have any. Yes, darling.
मैंने एक लड़की देखी, मतलब शादी करने के लिए.
हाँ.
सोचा कि ठीक है, लड़की अच्छी है, आगे जा सकते हैं. बायोडाटा वगैरह, तो इन्फॉर्मेशन निकाल. चला नहीं जाएगी. इसके थॉट अलग है. अभी तो कोई बात नहीं है. लेकिन वो लड़के वाले बोल रहे कि नहीं, एक बार देख तो लो. कि वो प्रोसेस आगे बढ़े. ठीक है, चलो करनी नहीं अपने को, लेकिन चलो देख लो. देख लिया. फिर भी तो वहाँ पे कुछ हुआ नहीं तो भी नहीं बोलते, लेकिन वो प्रोसेस आगे चलते ही गया. इतना आगे चलते गया कि एंगेजमेंट भी हो गया.
ओके.
लेकिन मन में वही कि यार नहीं करनी क्या है, ठीक है, एंगेजमेंट हो गया. वो थॉट आते ही गया. ठीक है, चलो कुछ ना कुछ ढूंढते कि ये लड़की सूट हो सकती है. थोड़ा सा बोलते हैं ना पॉजिटिव की, चलो इस लड़की का भला हो जाए. व्हाटएवर.
चलो लड़की का भला हो जाए. Good man.
शादी के दिन तक मतलब चलते रहा, हाँ नहीं. तो now what to do?
Get married.
This is not emotional decision. You have to take decision with respect to business. So that's why I said. So it is not emotional. Metaphor is like that. When it is related to business, then is it okay?
Okay. You also want me to give metaphorical answers or straight answers?
I want. What are the parameters on which I should take this?
Fair enough. Now this answer is going to be a little relevant to all of us, whether you are married or not married, or you never want to get married, equally implementable to all. तुम लोग सब घूम के किसको देख रहे हो? Your choices are based on the vision you have for yourself. Who are you? What do you want? Simple life में क्या चाहिए? If I want to travel to London, then obviously I am not going to just corner bicycle rent wala and ask कि भैया 6 महीने के लिए भाड़े में चाहिए दोगे क्या? मैं नहीं पूछने वाला। I will straight away find out the airfare. What is my vision? Where do I want to reach? If I have to go to Andaman and Nicobar Islands, I'm not going to find out the cost of a car. I have to go in a boat or by air. Your choices in life are always born out of the vision that you have for yourself. When you believe you're not good enough, you will only go for temporary pleasures, current pleasures. You will not do long-term thinking. कर ही नहीं सकते. Possible ही नहीं. All temporary pleasures, especially if they are wrong temporary pleasures, are born out of a feeling of being a failure. That is why when somebody fails, you will see in cinema they go to drink. The worst time to make a choice is when you are on an emotional low. When you are emotionally low, you cannot make smart choices. You cannot. So it begins with what's your vision for yourself? Let's take business. If I believe I want to create a sustaining business which will outlive me, where I should not be a bottleneck to my organization. A few days back, we had a meeting of few people in the fraternity who are into business. And I was speaking to them about creating an organization which is Naren agnostic, which means independent of Naren. Now, when I want to create an organization of that kind, my choices will be very different compared to when I want everybody to take decisions from me. मेरे को पूछ के क्यों नहीं किया? If I am saying मेरे को पूछ के करो, either it means the people I have collected around me are not good enough, or it means I am insecure because I don't have a vision for myself. A caterpillar has to outgrow its shell to become a butterfly. But if the caterpillar thinks I can only be a caterpillar, there is no butterfly possible, it will never go inside and become a pupa. Possible ही नहीं. So all decision, all planning of my life is based on what is my vision for myself. We were in the process of raising funds for Wow Parenting. I went and met the biggest VC of our country in Bombay. He's in love with Wow Parenting. And he just said, there are two small issues that I have. If these two issues can be solved, any quantity of money you want is available. What are the issues? He said, Naren, today Wow Parenting is completely dependent on you, which means your videos are there, you are going to answer, you are going to interact, you come for fundraising, you will be involved in execution. If I remove you from Wow Parenting, tell me how long can the organization exist? Are there those kind of people who can match your vision and in case you are absent, can still take Wow Parenting where it should go? Let's say you are great in networking. Can somebody do networking if you are not there? You are great in making people very comfortable. Can somebody else have this knack of making people very comfortable? You can talk about a vision. Can somebody else talk about a vision? In other words, is there another leadership which is present? So there is something called manager, somebody who manages. There is somebody who is a leader. A manager can manage resources. A leader can create resources. So to tell him, no, I have a very robust organization. He says, I'm not doubting the robustness of your organization. I am saying without you, will it function? So I told him, give me 9 months. In 9 months, you will create the organization where it's not dependent on me anymore. I asked him, how much time do you think we should take? He said, 2 years. If you do it, it's exceptional. Then I told him, give me 9 months. For the world, it might require 2 years. I will do it in 9 months and come back to you. So we had a good chat. I asked him, how much do you value the company at today? He said about 15 to 20 crores. And I asked him, when I do that, I make this organization Naren agnostic, then what will be the value? He said 50 crores. From 15 crores to 50 crores. Because it is not dependent on me anymore. So the venture capitalist says, may you live for another 100 years. But I put in, let's say, 10 crores. Tomorrow something happens to you. What happens to my money? So it's okay if you come to me after 9 months. I will give you money at a valuation of 50 crores, but I know my money is safe now. मेरे को लालच नहीं है, मैं 50 में और जितना कमा सकता है कमा लेगा, लेकिन ये रिस्क नहीं है. So we have started the process now. We have started taking a few steps now. 9 months from today, let's say by the time we touch March, it should be a Naren agnostic company. What it means is, we will need to bring in that kind of talent and those kind of people who have a vision. People who can take decisions like this. You need 10 points to take a decision with 3 points. 7 is not there with you. Can you still take a decision? Because decision needs to be taken now. Can you get the best talent in the world to work in certain areas where the organization does not have inherent capacity? We have identified a capable girl. She might come in for some work. We are working with another agency which is doing a good job. Identified 3 more companies. We can do some pulling together. I can do that when I have a vision. I don't have a vision for myself. We want to impact 1 million parents in 3 years' time. If this vision is not there, these things cannot be done. If we need to reach 1 million parents, we need an influx of at least 10 crores. With 10 crores, we can increase the valuation of the company. First round will 50 crores, next round will definitely be 100 crores. The person who invests 10 crores also gets 10 times his returns in about 3 years' time. But the vision is 1 million parents. So it's not about what is comfortable for me, मेरा कितना stake है, मैं कितना कमाऊंगा. For 1 million parents, what needs to be done? Decision becomes very simple. Now, many of you have heard me speak about it, but just in the context. You know, I went through a turbulence when I was 18 years old. And I saw my mother getting insulted quite often by people to whom our family owed some money. And when it was my age to get married, and when my parents asked me, what kind of a girl you want? Somebody who's looking very beautiful, somebody who comes from a very wealthy family, somebody who's highly educated, somebody who's known in our family circles, somebody who's been abroad. तुमको क्या चाहिए लड़की में? And my answer was, just find me the most courageous lady. I saw what my mother went through. I don't want my wife to go through the same. In case something happens to me, my wife should be strong enough to take the whole world head on. किसी के सामने फालतू का झुकने का नहीं, फालतू में किसी की गालियां सुनने के नहीं, हिम्मत चाहिए. जैसे और क्या चाहिए? मेरे को कुछ नहीं चाहिए. मेरा बेस एक ही क्वालिटी है, हिम्मत. बाकी जो भी हम डेवलप कर लेंगे, कुछ और साथ में मिल गया तो बहुत बढ़िया है, लेकिन रिक्वायरमेंट हिम्मत की है. When your decisions are very simple, it is always born out of a vision. When your decisions are complicated, it means you yourself are lost. You have no idea what you want. And that is when the thinking often is. And you come across many youngsters like this. Yesterday I was having a counseling with an old guy. Old guy means about 50 years. 50 years, most people are old, not me. He has a son. And he's saying, my son is not getting married. Whenever I show him one girl, he says, ये अच्छी है, लेकिन मेरे को और थोड़ा देखना है. अरे इसमें क्या अच्छा नहीं है? नहीं, मेरे को और देखना है. नहीं मतलब और क्या देखेगा? वो नहीं मालूम, लेकिन पता नहीं इससे अच्छी मिलेगी कि नहीं. तो मेरे को कोशिश करने में क्या है? अभी मेरी उम्र ही कितनी है? 29 ही तो है. फादर से गया, मैं तो 19 साल में शादी की मेरी. The point is, the boy does not know what he wants. And he is deeply scared that he may not be good enough for somebody. So better than somebody rejecting him, let me reject them. क्योंकि कल मैं इसको खुश नहीं रख पाएगा. ये तो बहुत अच्छी है। उसको मालूम पड़ा ना मेरे अंदर क्या है, तो ताने मारेगी, वो डर के कारण ना बोले। There is no selfish. So whether it is in business, or it is in relationships, or it is in family, or it is in health, or it is in marriage, your choices in life are born out of your vision. That's why a chai wala can become a prime minister. And what was a thumping victory next after 5 years can become an even bigger victory. There is some kind of a vision. That is why appreciation can be given to an Amit Shah in every platform, and there is no fear about what's going to happen between the two. और इसको इतना ऊपर चढ़ा दिया, कल के दिन ये तुम्हारे खिलाफ हो गया तो अभी ऐसे अगर डर के करेगा तो कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा, क्योंकि जो करना है उसके लिए ऐसे लोग चाहिए, जो करना है उसके लिए ऐसे लोग चाहिए. Now only two options: either drop these people and drop my dream, or have these people and live my dream. Your choices in life are always born out of your vision. Your vision about yourself is weak, you will only make weak choices. I have some colleagues. The moment me and Paresh realize this colleague is not good enough for what we want. Now what is it when we want any colleague with whom we have to do follow-up is not the right person? Very simple. अगर मेरे को फोन करके तुमको पूछना पड़ेगा तो अपने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में नहीं करने वाला. आउट. 1 month, 1.5 months, 2 months, 3 months, doesn't matter. Few years, doesn't matter. The kind of organization you want to build requires a person who's eager to give feedback rather than me chasing you. Very simple. Now this choice कि जिससे मेरे को फॉलो अप करना पड़ेगा वो नहीं चलने वाला है. It's not about ego, but what I want to do in life. उसमें इस तरह का इंसान फिट नहीं होगा, मेरे को ये स्लो कर देगा. अभी ये विजन ही नहीं है ना, तो ये सोचेगा ये है ना, ठीक है, इसको मालूम है ना, चल रहा है ना, इसको एक और चांस दे. तो अगली बार बोलेगा ना, वो क्या बोलेगा? मैं नहीं बोलने वाला. बोलेगा वो तो ये बोलेगा हाँ बिल्कुल बोलूंगा ना, लेकिन वो नहीं बोलेगा. All of you are businessmen. If you are tolerating employees who are not as per the what is required for the health of your organization, and you still keep them, and if you have given them the 7th, 8th chance, your vision is weak. अंदर कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. मेरे को तो ये कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है कि मेरे को फूल मिलेंगे, मैं प्लास्टिक का ही लगाएगा. मन तो हल्का होता है ना, कोई तो फूल है ना, मैं फूल है. Only then I'm happy with the plastic fool. Since you're in this topic, have a clear vision for yourself. 3 months, 9 months, 1 year, 2 years. कोई जरूरत नहीं है 10 साल 20 साल का विजन, लेकिन कुछ देखो कि 2 साल के बाद में ये हकीकत होना चाहिए. देखो उसको. And let every decision you take be aligned to that vision. Life will be very simple. Otherwise, we will never be able to make choices. We will delay. And you will find some people who are very fast in decisions, very fast. They have clear vision. So the moment they see an option, because there is a vision, they know ये set होता है कि नहीं. ठकाक से decision. किसी को पूछने का नहीं, कहीं जाने की जरूरत नहीं है, on the spot decision. So decisions are always born out of vision. If your vision has fear, you will not be able to take decisions. If you are fearless and you are clear, your decisions will be very soon. Some of you know a guy called Rupesh Mittal. I used to do a program called Made for Each Other, which was focused only on marriage. How to have a great marriage life together. Most have done that, no? Because has also done that. Now, Rupesh was not married. He was a youngster, he was working together. He was looking after sales. But he was there in that program which we did, called Made for Each Other. At the end of it, I just asked him, तेरे को कैसी बीवी चाहिए? He said, ये जो सीखा है ना, इससे लगता है मैं किसी के साथ भी खुश रह सकता हूँ. With what I learned, I can be happy with any woman on this planet. Which means his expectations are high from himself. And he has clarity. ये समझ गया ना, मैं कर लेगा. Because who wants to be unhappy in life? Everybody wants to be happy. We just have to find out between their needs and my methods match हो रहा है कि नहीं. नहीं तो अपने को explore करना है, थोड़ा experiment करना है, ढूंढ लेंगे ना. So that was Rupesh's conviction, because the vision that he has is, with me in the marriage, anyway we will be happy. So decisions are always born out of vision. Whom do you think you are? If you think I'm a hardworking person, then your decisions will be like that. I can take risks, then your decisions will be like this. I will get the best out of people, decisions will be like that. I will create whatever resources are required, decisions will be like this. Who are you? And whom do you want to be? All your notebooks. I'll just give you a very small diagram. Right on the left corner, just these words called who I am. Let's take, for example, we write about Purushottam. Okay, let's take Purushottam as an example. I love his name, Purushottam. Ideal person. Purushottam, who I am. What's your weight? 110. Now let's talk about on the right hand side of the page. Left hand side, you know who I am. Who I am. Now Purushottam writes 110 kg. Right hand side, write whom do I want to be? Whom do I want to be? Purushottam, whom do you want to be? Anything is okay, 120 is also okay. 80. Okay, fair enough, right. Purushottam 80. You don't write Purushottam 110, Purushottam 80. You write any aspect of life, who you are and whom do you want to be. Let's say you can also write, I'm a very angry person. I want to be chilled out. Or you can write, I am very chilly and I want to be chilled. Chilly, mirchi, anger. What ish? Good one, na?
No.
No? Who said no? Muskan, you're supposed to laugh at every joke of mine. Irrespective of whether it is good or bad. By definition, because of your name, you have to laugh. You can write that. Very badly managed as far as time is concerned, but I want to be extraordinarily well planned with enough free time. I leave it to you. It can be Teja is writing, happy with husband's earning. After some time, husband happy with my earning. No. But the husband is saying, "Tu itna kama rahi hai, main kaam karke kya karu?" No, but he's saying no ways. Because in India, all of you should know one theory. Whatever money the husband earns is apna paisa. Whatever the wife wants is uska paisa. So she's saying, whatever I am earning, hello, that is only mine, that is not my husband's. Whatever my husband is earning is ours. So you can write, I have this, I want to reach there. Right? Now create a bridge between these two. Below the bridge, just write timeline. कितने टाइम में करने का है? So Purushottam. Okay, fair enough. 18 months. 18 months, 30 kgs. Every month, 2 kgs. No. It's very simple. So all of you have kind of understood?
Yes.
Now what you write is, you have that bridge, right? Now below that bridge, just write 3 big choices you will have to make. Or 3 obvious choices you have to make for you to begin your beautiful journey. Purushottam.
Daily exercise and know my diet.
So let's say Purushottam is saying 2 major aspects. One is daily exercise. Now, I would also like to fine-tune it. Don't write daily exercise. Write exercise which will burn these many calories. Link your exercise to calorie burn. Don't link your exercise to time. 1 ghanta exercise, you might go for a walk and come. And the speed of your grandmother's walk can be faster than yours. And your grandmother also has arthritis. Then you can't say, मैं 1 घंटा walk करता है फिर भी कुछ नहीं होता है. तू 1 घंटा walk करके आया. In fact, you were a little behind Earth also. Earth is rotating faster than the walk. So how many calories will you burn? And imagine he goes for a 1 hour walk and he eats 6 bananas in between. Well, energy चाहिए मेरे को walk करने के लिए. Well, you burnt about 28 calories and you put in about 150 calories. 80 तो मालूम नहीं, 180 का chances है. So always link your exercise to calories burned. कितना calorie burn करोगे? Losing weight is very simple. It's mathematics. How much calorie are you forcing the body to burn? Very simple. If your body metabolism needs 1800 calories per day, You have to give your body 1000 calories per day. The body still needs 1800, so 800 calories it will burn the fat. If you exercise for another 500 calories, now the body is 1300 calories deficit, but there are a lot of deposits. So it goes and takes from that deposit. Very simple calculation. Losing weight is no rocket science, it's very simple. Losing weight is only calorie management. Now you don't need to ask anybody, ये खाऊं क्या, इसमें कैलोरीज कितना है? आम की सीजन में आम नहीं, तू पहले गुटली जैसा हो जा। फिर जितना आम खाना खा। अभी तरबूज है, अभी आम नहीं खाना है। It's very simple. So like this, in different aspects of your life, what are the three main decisions you have to take? Now, if what you have written on the right is your vision, in vision there is conviction, in vision there is jid, मेरे को ये चाहिए. So my parents tempted me with enough biodata, और ये बहुत अच्छी है. But I had conviction, what I want is courage. Then no temptation can distract you. Take three major decisions. And here is the beautiful part. Allow yourself 20% leeway. Follow the rule of 80-20. 80% of the times I follow what I have decided. Hard and fast अपने को कट्टरवादी नहीं बनने का. If you say daily exercise, 8 out of 10 days you should exercise. 2 दिन छुट्टी. 9 दिन किया बहुत बढ़िया, 10 का 10 दिन किया सुभान अल्लाह. 7 नहीं होना चाहिए. Because sometimes the mind needs delight. थोड़ा सा देने को. आम का 2 पीस खा लेने. Enjoy. आम के बगीचे में मत बैठे. मैं एक ही बार खा रहा हूं. So give yourself that 80% discipline in a major decision which will last for a time is very good. 100% the joy of your life will also go away. Have enough 100% weeks, but let it not be 100% journey. नहीं कर पाओगे. That's why the soldiers fight on the battle. They are supposed to be on the front for 4 months. उसके बाद में they get a peace posting. Even if I am a soldier for 20 years, I can't be on the battlefront for 20 years. So remember this very simple diagram. Who I am, who I want to be. What is the time frame? What are the 3 major choices? I will follow the rule of 80-20. Then 80% of the times I will live by this. मतलब यहाँ पे पास मार्क 80 है. 95% आ गया क्या दिक्कत है? 79% is failure. You think this can be done? And it will be very smooth and easy. Now what is this exercise? Visioning exercise. We have just created a small vision for ourselves in some aspect. It is applicable for every aspect of life. You want to be a writer? You can say every day I will write 500 words. Beautiful. Take 3 major decisions. It can be I will have dinner only if I have completed 500 words. Reward yourself. After 100 days of 500 words, this is how I am going to gift myself. It will give you beautiful focus and it will make decisions very easy in your life. So those people who take decisions very fast and easy, they are not smarter than you. They just have a little more clarity in their life. Clarity about what? It's not about wisdom and knowledge. It's about a vision. My knowledge can be 5% of yours. You might be a Pandit, but the Pandit may not have a vision of his life, so he'll help others. I may have vision of my life, from 5% I can create a huge monument. Biggest of organizations take decisions effortlessly like this. My brother Rakesh was working in Kotak Bank. He had a boss. The boss was the star of the whole Kotak Bank. His relationship with superiors was great. His relationship with his team members was great. He could convert clients, one of the fastest in Kotak Bank. सबसे सड़ियल जो इंसान होते थे from chairman's office, message will come, send Ajay there, उसको उधर भेजो. So even though he was in Hyderabad, that guy would be sent all over the country. मतलब blue-eyed boy. Rakesh shared with me one day, but he had just come to know he has an extramarital affair. He is married twice. He travels a lot to Bangalore, saying there is a lot of work in Bangalore. I have come to know he has another family there. He's my boss. Should I keep only a work relationship? Because he and his wife also comes home. His daughter is my daughter's age. मतलब बहुत friendly relationship है हमारा. And he has friendly relationship with everybody. So should I cut off the family relationships? Should I only focus on work? Or should I go and inform to my boss's boss that this is an issue in the employee? His work is brilliant. My suggestion was you should immediately inform the boss's boss. You guys are part of a bank. Bank means trust. For some reason, if somebody is cheating his wife and his children, how much trustworthy is he by character? He is glib, which means he's smooth talking. But can you trust him anymore? He says, I can't even invite him home anymore. He says, then go and talk. He says, Bhaiya, what if they don't like me for doing that? What if he stays? And then he takes his खुन्नस out. He says, बेटा डर के कारण तो कोई काम करने का नहीं है अपने. तेरे में इतना तो ताकत है ना कि तू उतना कमा लेगा घर चल जाएगा. आज तेरा पैकेज अगर 20 लाख है, तेरे को 12 का तो काम मिल जाएगा ना, 1 लाख में घर तो चल जाएगा. जिएंगे ना तो ये सोच के जीने का कि मैंने सही किया था. सही से नुकसान हो गया इस डर से अगर तुम सही नहीं करोगे तो दुनिया का पतन हो जाएगा। अगर नुकसान के डर से इंसान सही नहीं करेगा तो दुनिया चलेगी कैसे? He went and spoke to his boss's boss. They invited him to Bombay to the headquarters. He spoke to the national head. In 48 hours, his boss was asked to leave. And the chairman of the bank sent him a thank you note. Saying our bank does not have place for anybody whose character is not good. Now he is the number one performer in the entire Kotak Bank. You may be a great performer, but if you are not as per the character required, out. Now this is the vision of the owner for the organization. Kotak Bank in the last 5 years has grown 10 times. The star employee has left and the bank has grown 10 times. Now this decision was possible and spontaneous within 48 hours. Because the vision is clear. It's a bank. लोग विश्वास करके आते हैं तो अविश्वास का काम करने वाले लोगों के लिए यहाँ कोई जगह नहीं। अब वो कोई भी होने दो। Rakesh dead, the organization dead, and the organization has grown 10 times. Rakesh has after that changed a couple of companies, but right now he's a director in ASK, which is one of the most respected fund houses in our country today. Now when the vision is clear, I want to live life based on ethics and my clarity of what is right and wrong. पर्सनल नुकसान हो गया कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, रात को नींद अच्छी आनी चाहिए। Decision making is very simple. Now those of us who lack this kind of a vision, then our emotions called fear will make us make choices. I know people who say, "अरे यार ये मेरा आदमी है, लेकिन इसको ना मेरे 2 नंबर के बारे में सब मालूम है, इसको निकाल दिया, कल उसने कंप्लेन कर दिया तो now who's the malik in the organization?" अभी मालिक कौन है और नौकर कौन है? But when I don't have a vision, then it is today's fear which drives decisions of my life. This was a very, very important discussion for all of us. Never get scared by letting go of a person who's a star performer, but not ethical or valueless. आज वो तुम्हारा जितना नुकसान कर सकता है, कल वो ज्यादा कर सकेगा, कम नहीं कर सकेगा। आज वो अकेला नुकसान कर सकता है, कल वो अपने जैसे 4 को बना लेगा। आज शायद नुकसान होगा, कल पक्का नुकसान होगा। डर से काम नहीं करें। जिंदगी में कोई भी काम डर से मत करो। Courage. Like we always say, drop rage and develop courage. And when I don't have this courage now, you so often see me angry. This anger comes out of helplessness. And then I'll always cover it up by saying, "Ek aur chance do." I don't want to make the choice out of fear, therefore I'm hiding behind ek aur chance do. Doesn't work. Never works. We don't have time today. I could have given you 4 more examples of people whose whole organization has gone to the dogs because the wrong people were not removed when they should have been removed. Let's summarize. What was your main takeaway today? Anything which hit you like a bullet today? Absolutely. So simple, so beautiful. But look at keep moving movement as an example. Because we have a vision, look at the quality of people who are coming and becoming a part of the board. And now we have started the process of creating a board for parenting also. Without vision, big decisions will never be taken. Achha?
My decisions are now my vision for myself.
Absolutely. I think
Timeline, learning. Whatever I want to learn, if I don't have a timeline, so I will never reach.
exactly.
So the technicality part which I want to learn, I was thinking I'll go on till August. Now I think I need to take it. Holiday begins and I start learning. School begins and I stop learning.
School begins and you continue.
Some course. Don't have time.
Humility magnetizes knowledge.
Absolutely. You cannot get knowledge unless you are humble. The ego will always say, मेरे को मालूम है, इसमें क्या बड़ी बात है, पर सिर्फ ज्ञान दे रहा है ये, मेरे को ज्ञान मत दो. All this is nothing but arrogance and ego. Humility would say, जो मिल रहा है आनंद.
Silence is not absence of sound, it is absence of sound.
It's such a beautiful statement, no? Good. Silence is not the absence of noise, it's the absence of sound.
When I want to learn, the student has to learn.
Absolutely. And there I'm not matching the other person or saying, ye mere ko malum hai. Any one of you who wants to be a great student, stop saying, ye mere ko malum hai. तुमको मालूम है वो भी कोई बोलता है ना, उनको क्रेडिट दो, ये बहुत अच्छा आइडिया है. Evan?
If I can anchor on to three things which are doing great well in my life, which are satisfying. In situations which are not good, I can always look upon them and balance them and keep them in my focus.
Absolutely. So the simplest way to have a very positive life is to remember what are you very satisfied with. Would you saying something?
80% I will be disciplined and consistent.
20% give yourself a little holiday. You know the bow cannot be kept strung all the time. You keep it when the war is there. It's what unstrung kar lene. So now and then I also go for indisciplined holidays, where you eat like crazy and make a mad out of yourself. But then you don't have those desires for the next 6 months. Then you can be straight away very, very focused.